Welcome to the British News Channel. In the aftermath of a devastating airstrike, a humanitarian convoy from the World Central Kitchen, carrying aid to the beleaguered residents of Gaza, was targeted. 7 aid workers, hailing from Australia, Poland, the US, Canada, and Palestine, lost their lives in this tragic incident. A shocking event that has sparked international outrage with calls for accountability and protection of humanitarian workers. Leo Cairns, the head of mission for Palestine for Doctors Without Borders, shares his horror at the situation. We are completely horrified at what is happening. The situation in Gaza is a nightmare. Hospitals are being targeted and bombed. Civilians are being bombed indiscriminately. Our hospitals are full of children and women. Humanitarian aid is blocked. 7 humanitarian workers were deliberately killed while on a convoy trying to bring food to starving people in the north of Gaza. There is no word for what is happening now. The World Central Kitchen, in the wake of this incident, has temporarily halted operations. This poses a significant problem for the residents of Gaza, who are already living on the brink of starvation. Humanitarian actors are not allowed to work properly, Leo continues. This tragic incident is not isolated. As MSF, we had 5 people killed in our convoy or premises. It's not the first time this tragedy has occurred. We are all at the limits of our working capacity. People are starving in the north of Gaza because the Israeli government refuses to allow food into Gaza. Gideon Levy, a journalist from the Israeli newspaper Haaretz, brings another perspective. The drone which bombed those World Central Kitchen aid workers was actually targeting an armed Hamas member who wasn't there, he states. They called him a terrorist, but I'm not even sure he was armed. The definition of terrorist is a very flexible and elastic one. I don't know who he was, but nothing obviously justified this action, especially after they did it 3 times and even moved those aid workers after they were attacked the first time. The situation in Gaza is indeed dire. It's a place where humanity seems buried under the weight of conflict and despair. But it's not an irreversible circumstance. It's time to bring about change. There are organizations tirelessly working to provide aid and relief to the people of Gaza. They need support to continue their work, to bring hope back to a place that desperately needs it. Consider making a donation to these organizations. Every contribution, no matter how small, makes a difference. It's also crucial to spread awareness about the current crisis. Share the facts, discuss the situation, and let the voices of Gaza be heard. Together we can help bring about a brighter tomorrow for Gaza.